Pittsburgh, what's good? What's good? I hope you guys are enjoying your day. You guys had a good match today against Washington. Had a real good match up there in Heinz Field. And the result was very interesting. Very interesting. I want to congratulate Washington for winning this game and pulling off the upset of the year. Because you took down the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers in Heinz Field. Well done to you guys. We gonna get in on this game. But I do have to apologize for the delay of my recap. But I was on the Purple Rain podcast with my main man Sutton and my main man Alex. Go subscribe to their podcast. They do videos every Monday and Thursday. They constantly recap the game. They be talking about so many different topics. Both Alex and Sutton, they're great guys. You're going to enjoy that podcast. It's a chill podcast. It was fun. I was on that today. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the link to their channel in the description. But I was on that podcast today, and we legit had to stop the topic we were talking about just to watch this go down because we wanted to see Washington pull this out. And my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. They managed to pull out the victory. And that pick that they pulled off, that defense for Washington, that was the best moment on the podcast. We all of us as Ravens fans are sitting there watching that. We enjoyed that. Obviously, this doesn't really affect us at all. It just means that the Steelers aren't undefeated anymore. But man, everybody's been talking about it for weeks. The Steelers have been looking a little bit overrated. Now, me personally, whether or not they look overrated, at the end of the day, they were still undefeated. That was my lookout. You're still undefeated, so it didn't matter. But today, it really showed. Last week when you struggled against Baltimore, it is what it is. That was a unique situation you had to deal with, and that was tough. But you guys managed to get the win. Today, nah. Y'all really struggled. This offense you guys had truly struggled. If I am a Steelers fan, I would be concerned with this offense going into the playoffs. This is not an offense you look at and think, okay, yeah, your defense is going to do the very best to stop a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. But can your offense put up points? I'm not so sure. Can they put up enough points to beat Mahomes? It's not looking like it. So if you're a Steelers fan, show a serious level of unbiasedness and actually take a look at this offense and think, can we beat the Chiefs with the way we're playing right now? Because I'm telling you, you could not. Man, let's get into it. Offensively for the Steelers, a lot of dinking and dunking, couple good plays here. Ben Roethlisberger was doing he was okay. He was okay. Couple touchdown passes here, making some plays there, but this offense overall kind of just struggled because Washington's defense was just on it today. I mean, they put them in a lot of tough situations, a few third and long situations, and they just had trouble moving the ball against that front seven of Washington. This unit Washington has is really good. So, yeah, the offense definitely did struggle. This is a game where you could truly see some of the limitations with this offense. They have the weapons, but the run game is not where it needs to be. The run game for Pittsburgh isn't where it needs to be right now. I don't know too much about Pittsburgh's run game, but the way they played today, they just weren't where they needed to be. In terms of receiving, both Washington and Deontay Johnson, they were doing their thing. Juju didn't really do anything. Ebron was still dropping passes. What else is new? And overall, it was just one of those games where it's like, yeah, the offense for the Steelers was just not as effective as you wanted it to be. So that's definitely tough for them. Defensively, they were doing everything they needed to do. I don't think you're ever going to get in a situation where this defense is not living up to expectations. This defense was doing everything in their power to make a stop. And they were doing everything in their power to slow these dudes down, make stops, and just completely slow down Washington, which they did a great job. A great job of doing. But, unfortunately, their defensive effort wasn't enough. And when it came down to it, Washington made the plays that Pittsburgh's offense was not able to do. And the defense that ended up prevailing was Washington's. So it's tough. It's tough for Steelers. Especially if you're a Steelers fan, you gotta look at the situation and think, man, I just don't like the way this team's going. Yeah, we're 11-1, but is this the team we expect to go to the Super Bowl? I mean, that defense is a Super Bowl defense. That is a Super Bowl caliber defense. No question that's a Super Bowl caliber defense. But this offense, though, and knowing you're gonna have to face tough competition like the Chiefs, and depending on how some of these other teams goes, the Browns seem to be getting it going, but we're going to figure out. You guys get to play them again, so we'll see what happens there. Then you got a team like the Bills. Looking at this offense, man, how much confidence do you guys have in this offense being able to help this team get to a Super Bowl? That's something Steelers fans have to be able to answer. Because right now, this offense is not where it needs to be. You shouldn't have struggled against Baltimore, though I personally let that slide. As for today, y'all should not have lost this game. If you're a Super Bowl caliber team, you shouldn't have really struggled the way you did. And even so, with the struggling, with the way your defense is playing, you shouldn't have lost this game. So yeah, Pittsburgh, it's time to reevaluate this team as a whole, because y'all not playing the way an 11-1 team's supposed to be playing. Everyone expected you guys to be going 12-0, and instead you lose a game at home against the Washington football team. That's such a 2020 thing. So yeah, Pittsburgh, figure that out. Moving on to Washington. Defensively, everybody gets praise. Everybody gets praise. The secondary was doing what they needed to do, and that defensive front was ferocious today. My God, that defensive front caused the only turnover which helped pretty much seal the game. That tip pass that caused the interception just before the 2-minute warning, flawless. This Washington football defense is elite. They are the real deal. This boy, Chase Young, defensive rookie of the year. He made an impact all game. I constantly see him making plays. No one else. All the other defensive rookies fell off. Even my main man, Patrick Queen, he hasn't been playing like that. He had a case for a couple weeks, but this man, Chase Young, has been consistently effective week in and week out. Best defensive rookie right now. He's got to be the defensive rookie of the year. He was making moves all day, which is nice because, you're looking over at Pittsburgh side. You got a man in TJ Watt that was also making plays, and he was also everywhere. And it was nice to see that Chase Young was somewhat keeping up with that, too. He was also making plays on his defense. So, it just came down to a defense making a play, and Washington managed to pull it off. So, well done to Washington's defense for getting that turnover and putting Washington's offense in field goal position to make this a 6-point game and basically guarantee the win against a Pittsburgh team. Well done to this defense. Moving on to the offense for Washington. Man, this might be one of the best wins Washington's had in a long time. This win got me emotional, man, because Alex Smith has been through a lot. Alex Smith is a soldier, man. He's been through a lot. And even in this game, he was cut by a cleat and he was bleeding. For him to go through all of this, man, and still help his team get a victory against the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers in their house. Man, you just got to be happy for Alex Smith. This guy's a soldier. This guy's tough. I got a lot of love and a lot of respect for Alex Smith. Got to give this man credit, man. He's a soldier. And today he went out there and he played like a soldier. And some of the throws he made, oh, man. Some of the throws he made to both Logan, just the throws in general he made. The throws he made all day today was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved what I saw from Alex Smith. Now, granted, there were definitely a lot of plays that were left on the table for the most part. I'm not going to lie. We know that. That's to be expected. But Alex Smith did the very best he can. This offense itself was doing well. So, just hats off to Alex Smith. Winning a game like this, man. After everything this man's been through, I love it. I love it, man. Running-wise, It's not much in the run game today. There was not much there, especially because Gibson went down. But they did their very best. Receiving-wise, was it Logan Thomas and Sims? They pretty much took the bulk of this today. And that catch that Sims got, oh my God, that catch that Sims made was clutch. It was clutch. The receivers today showed up. I believe Sims is also the one who converted that 3rd and 16. He got the short pass, and he just took it for like 30. Sims today made a couple of great plays. This Washington offense, they weren't perfect, but man, they made a lot of great plays against a tough Pittsburgh defense. And it was just enough to win the game. So you got to be proud of Washington. They did their thing today. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so happy for this team. I got a lot of love for Washington, man. Man. No matter how bad it's been with Washington, I still watch the games. And I keep trying to tell myself, don't get emotional with the games. Okay? You got to back off from Washington for the most part, but I can't. I've been watching these guys since I was a little kid. I mean, as early as 3-4 years old, I've been watching this team every single year. They're not the team I rep. I chose to be a Raven, and I'm going to be a Raven for life. But I'm always going to have love and support for Washington, whether they're good or bad. I just want to see them win a Super Bowl one day. I don't know. I just want to see it happen one day. So even when the team is doing bad, I still have to watch the games. I may not talk about it on this channel because I personally choose not to talk about it. Though I feel like at some point I'm going to have to break that because, I'm expanding to more teams. And it's going to be weird to be talking about other teams and not talking about Washington despite the fact that I watch every single game. But that's just me just choosing to watch it. Win or lose, I was watching it. And man, I'm just so proud of them today. I'm so proud of Washington today for pulling off the upset and just winning this game. It's not over. They're in the playoff race with the Giants, and it's going to come down to the wire. One of these two teams is going to make the playoffs. And I'm telling you, with the way the Washington's defense is playing and the Giants' defense is playing, trust me, you do not want to underestimate these teams. Offensively, it's not there, but the defense, you don't want to underestimate this team. That could definitely be a tough out if you're playing them in the wild card round. So yeah, I'm just happy to see Washington win this type of game. I'm happy. And I'm just happy to see Alex Smith get this specific win after everything he's been through. And even getting injured in this game, he still was a soldier and got the job done. With that being said, that's all I got. I don't have any room to laugh at Pittsburgh. Baltimore situation is 1,000 times worse. Pittsburgh's making the playoffs. We're fighting for it, so I don't have time to laugh about them. Congrats again to Washington. Pittsburgh, reevaluate your situation, reevaluate the talent, and truly look at yourselves and question whether or not this is the team that can get to the Super Bowl and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to really look at that situation. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.